Welcome, Flip Clock fans. What do we have here? Well, we've got a clock that came from China, and that's where it's located. It's north of Shanqian Rd in Furong Town in the Haudu District of Guangzhou. That's where I come from. The website is www.midclock.com. Now, why did I get a clock that is made in China? So why did I get a clock like that? I'm not quite into the modern clocks. I do like Twimco clocks. They're from Hong Kong, basically. Fartech has some good modern clocks. Chinese clocks do not have a good reputation, but I thought I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance, see if they've upped their game on these clocks. I'm not interested in starting a collection of them, but the question might be, hey, would this be worth my time as a retro piece, something just to make things interesting? You see, the product name is a retro flip clock. There's the item number. I guess we could call that the model. So we're going to check this. Now, the midclock.com, that's where you can go and get an idea of what in the world are they doing in clocks. And they really have got a clock for any kind of situation or event, I would suppose. It's really almost crazy. It's almost amazing. It's quite amazing. And you see all these different kind of clocks, and I don't know if you would want something like that. They tend to be a little expensive by the time they make it here. A little, I say. You got people like on the website. They're wanting to sell in bulk. You're going to have a markup. This clock here came from Japan, so the guy there's obviously bought a bunch of these. Now, why this one? Why did I choose this one? Let's get into this. Well, one of my offspring was watching a show. It's called The Amazing Attorney Woo. It is on Netflix. It is a Korean show, and it is English dubbed over, so it's already starts with the ridiculousness, but that's okay. I remember there was a Japanese show, Ultraman, and if you don't know what that is, you got to check it out. I remember that when I was a kid, and that was English dubbed over Japanese. So I kind of like that, but the show is ridiculous. It's almost hard to watch. But this clock showed up there, and my kid gave me a heads up, so I thought, well, hey, let's see what this is all about. This will probably end up in that kid's possession. So here we go. We've got the instructions in, that looks like that is Japanese. So the instructions are in Japanese. Now, what do we got? We've got a clock. And the question was, why would they make a clock that looks like a microwave? And that's what my child asked me. And you can tell the kids have never been around. So those of us who have been around recognize this right away as a retro TV. Of course, these kids, all they've seen is flat screen. So in this case, I guess I better get some batteries. But that's how you flip the clock. And this does nothing except you're supposed to push it and get a light, an LED. So we can check that out later. Since I'm sitting here right now, I don't feel like getting up. So I want to check the quality of the clock. So initial impressions here, you can see the style is like a old Copal style. It's using extension here to push this over to catch the hour. So you've got a quartz clock. Trying to see where it interfaces with the gears. Oh gosh, I couldn't believe it. So right here, so you see here the clock comes over here, and it has the gear here. I can't believe I didn't see that. I just thought that was a support post. This is just the time setting knob. Oh boy. So should be pretty accurate. Quartz clocks are accurate, more accurate than synchronous motor clocks. And you look at that, it's a pretty straightforward, basic flip clock style. So now we'll just see. We'll just see how this sucker works. Oh, and before we see how it works, you see what I already did? I pulled off this wire from this circuit board. That's the push button to turn the LED light on. So I guess we'll have to solder that back on before we see how it works. Well, we've got it soldered back in there. And what it does is you push that. That's all it is a push button. And it lights that up. So where am I on this? Well, this feels like cheap plastic. It's just plastic, but it just doesn't feel real strong. The motor, I'm biased against these. I do not like these motors. I've got a left Amsterdam motor that was made clock that was made in China. Used a similar motor. So this is brand new, and I want you to see if you can hear anything. So the brand new motor has a very slight sound, and with age it's going to make more sound, almost for sure. So I'm not a fan of those motors at all. So what's the verdict? Number one, they are overpriced clocks. They are not distributed in the United States, so you have to get them shipped in. There may be some sellers on eBay that are located in the United States, but the motors I do not like. I can actually hear it from here. The mechanism itself is decent. It's a decent flip mechanism, but the noise of the motor, which is probably going to get worse, is not appreciated. So I can't recommend this clock. I'd say if someone gave it to you, I'd accept it gladly. Is it going to earn a spot on the Flip Clock Fans shelf? No, it's actually going to be given to the kid who noticed it on that Netflix TV show. So there it is. There's no offense to anybody. Some people like that kind of stuff. If you wanted a new retro clock, I wouldn't go this direction. That's just me. You can in the comments, you can let me know what you think about it. To each his own. Hey, thanks for taking the time.